Hey, in this video we'll be doing 3 clubs with columns. Hop, 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 which, lean back. Hello! My name is Daniel. Welcome to Circus-expert. Columns with 3 clubs, they can be done either in doubles or in singles or even with the clubs facing outwards on the sides. And it helps for all of those tricks if you can already do columns with balls, of course. We have a tutorial video for this on our channel. But I think most people who watch this video will already have mastered this to some degree. Otherwise, you should practice 2 balls in one hand, because you'll also need to be able to juggle 2 clubs in one hand. And with clubs, it really helps if you can already do double spins quite stable. Because it's probably much easier to do columns in doubles than in singles actually. Singles goes very fast. Similar as to when you juggle with balls, you have to juggle 2 clubs in one hand, next to each other in columns. And then of course the green club is on the outside, and the yellow club, you can join the green club on that outside. For a lot of juggling, it's really nice if the clubs swing to the outside and face front. But actually, when I juggle 2 in one hand and in columns, I have the clubs facing almost perfectly forward. So the clubs, they point right now at the camera rather than to the side. I don't juggle like this, I juggle to the front. The same is then true for the single one. I can still spin to the side, but it's then outside of my vision. So I try to face it forward. And when they are facing forward, they also take only the width of, well, 1 club in space. So I can put them quite close to each other, which makes my life easier. If I make the pattern very wide, then I need to jump from here, outside, inside, outside. The pattern looks the nicest if I try and focus to keep the orange club really in front of my face. I could also have it more on the side, but then it becomes a less pretty pattern in my opinion. So you can do it in doubles, that's what I recommend, but if you want, you can try to do it in singles, then it becomes a bit faster. You have to learn to do columns in single throws with one hand, and of course join with the second hand. There we are. And then when it's running, it's not too bad to keep on going. But for me, the doubles is much easier. What's also nice if you have the clubs facing flat front rather than facing forward, because it's nice to see. And it's not so hard to make this throw, but it's hard to catch it because it's outside of your peripheral vision almost. So you can have them a little bit in the front, then you can still see them. And you can practice, of course, by just throwing 2 clubs, and rather than having them go forward like normal, you face them to the side, but they need to be double throws because you need some time. And then combine it with the 1 club in the middle. Double, flat front, double, flat front, double, and back to your cascade. So this is the normal 1 or 2 up facing forward, and the flat fronts, making it harder, but also prettier. Those are my tips for doing columns with 3 clubs. I hope you learned something new. If you did, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and you'll see a bunch more. See you around.